penguin just slid right in front of me. What is going up, guys? Chavo Gaming here, and I'm bringing you guys my PvP DPS tank hybrid loadout. And I know a lot of you have been asking me for this loadout, so rather than explaining it to a bunch of people individually, I thought I'd make a video and help all of you out. And also I wanted to take a second to thank all of you for the support on my last video. Make sure you guys drop a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and if it helps out, and give me some criticism. All of it helps. Let's begin. First thing you're going to want to do is head towards stat points and put in the hybrid focus, max out critical attack chance and damage, then put as much as you can into might and power. If you have any extra skill points left over, you can put critical healing chance, and then from there you can go down to magnitude or however you wish. Then iconic powers, we're going to get the hard light shield, then your movement, then you're going to go down whatever, depending on what tree you have, the innate tree. This will allow you to get power back throughout the match, which is really important for this loadout. You need to really focus on power, and it's going to help you out a lot with the survivability. Weapon, that's really up to you. I spec it for one-handed just because that's one of my favorite weapons, so that's really up to you, your own taste. And the loadout, it goes like this. We have 2 heals, 2 shields, and 2 DPS moves. We're going to start off from the left side with Stoke Flames, which is your first heal. And the cool thing about this heal is that it burns the opponent and makes them vulnerable to burning effects. So that'll be helpful for extra damage. Your second heal doesn't do that, but I think it's slightly better because anytime you're being attacked, you pop this heal, it'll heal you up for a decent amount. So you want to use this heal when you know you're going to take quite a bit of damage to try to neglect some of it. Then we have the hard light shield, which is just a regular shield, prevents damage for a short time. Then we have emulation, which is your fire shield, and it also burns your enemies, making them vulnerable for burning effects. So try to keep that in mind, that this Stoke Flames and emulation both set your opponent on fire, making them vulnerable for burning effects, which is going to help you out with your DPS moves. So we're going to start off with Wildfire, which is your big hit. It's your it's a burst, and it erupts a searing flame on your target, damaging nearby enemies. And then it says here, burning enemies take additional damage. So make sure your opponent is always on fire when you hit them with Wildfire. It'll do a pretty good amount of damage. And then your second DPS, and it's also a healing move, which will actually save my ass more times than I can count. Ignites an explosion backdraft, healing yourself while damaging and pulling enemies toward you. So this move is really good for fighting multiple opponents as well, because you can bring them all close to each other so that you can hit them with Wildfire. Also gives you a heal, and it does pretty decent amount of damage. Also, it's pretty conservative on the power. So the whole point of this loadout is to basically alternate between 2 shields, 2 heals, and while they're on cooldown, try to survive with backdraft as long as you can, trying to neglect as much damage as you can, and while at the same time using Wildfire to do as much damage as you can. So I'm going to show you guys a scrim between me and AngelDust. AngelDust and I had a scrim yesterday, and to be honest, I don't think he knew I was a fire DPS, so he did really well. I just wanted to show you guys the scrim so you guys had an idea of how to use the loadout. It was a really great fight, to be honest, and I hope that you guys enjoy watching it. So I like to start the fight off with a hard light shield. It starts the fight off at a nice pace because you can really control the way you want to fight, not having to worry about taking any damage. Once your shield goes down, then you can pop a heal, and after that, all it really is alternating between the other shield and the other heal, trying to conserve as much power as you can and becoming invulnerable for as long as you can. Then whenever you're on cooldown for all of your moves, you just want to keep spamming backdraft to pull your opponent into the air and gain a small burst of heal. Whenever you block break your opponent, or you see that their shield is down, you want to hit them with Wildfire and do a quick burst of damage. Honestly, this was one of the best fights I've had in a really long time, and I'll put the other duels or fights at the end of this clip, so feel free to watch it. And if you guys enjoy, once again, give this video a fat ass thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and drop a comment.